Hey, Captain Matt here with Glow Show Shane, aka Glow Daddy Shane. And we actually just got back a few days ago from the Transworld Christmas and Halloween show. And it, again, was amazing to see the new products, what's happening, and to see all the guys in the industry. Shane, you just got back a couple days ago. Your head still reeling from everything you've seen and everything there, or what?
It was, yeah. I mean, I still have like a whole load of notes, right, to go over with my team, a whole stack of like new products and ideas to go over that it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. But I got a lot of really cool ideas. It was a little slower this year than I think I wanted it to be. But
Oh, for
I mean,
sure.
I love hanging out with the guys and leaders in our community. We did, I think you and I both did each of a few pop up podcasts. That was pretty cool. Maybe those
Yeah.
will be out there in the interwebs.
Maybe. And I will say too, like, yes, the installers showing up for Transworld, the show for sure seemed lower than it has any other year. And talking to some of them, they're like, "Oh, I've already been once," or "I don't think that show is for me." And that's a bummer because guys like me, guys like you, we went there, we both learned stuff and got new stuff that's gonna make us both a lot of fucking money. And it's just sad. Like we got to figure, if you're an installer, it's not so much always about buying that big oversized decor, which you're going to see, you're going to love. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, who had the Moscow had that candy lane set up, absolutely brilliant, gorgeous. That's like 160,000. The average most installed 99.5% or 99.9% installers are never going to buy that stuff. But who is there? Who can you talk to? Suppliers are there. Other installers are there. I mean, so anyway, it was actually nice. I got to talk to everybody in like an intimate setting for roundtables where we had all of us guys who have been in the game for so long, just sharing with each other and finding out what's working and what's not and what's coming up. So it was a really good time, and I'm
So
excited for what's going to come.
I got at least three big ideas out of it, talking to folks. And I could probably just rattle some off here if you think the audience is interested in those.
Yeah, I would say top. Don't even explain them. What's the top three things that you took away that you're excited about from Transworld Christmas Show this year?
Okay, so I'll just go top of the dome. So maybe more than three, maybe not. But there was Home Holiday Concepts. They have a super amazing rendering program for Christmas lights. I was talking to Sarah, and she's super, super smart. And one thing that I just got out of just our booth was right next to her is she said every single customer, they have a home service business as well, but every single customer year round, they send a Christmas quote to. And they use Home Holiday Concepts to do it. So there's a rendering, a good, better, best, reef, trees, steaks, whatever. And she sends it to every single client, whether they do Christmas with them, don't do Christmas with them. It's in March. She sends it. And then David Felt, OG in the space, right? Shout out David Felt, owns Tough Clips. He told me that they do the exact same thing. So while that sounds like a no-brainer, like, well, why would we not be aggressive with that? We typically just kind of tell folks and plant seeds, but we don't put an actual quote in their inbox every single
Hmm.
customer. So that was a good tip. Tip number one.
All right,
Uh,
go shorter so that I can like maybe use this as a clip. Right, the top three things I learned at Transworld. Bum 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 bum. So don't give that explanation first. We'll jump in. So giving everyone an estimate for Christmas. Number two.
Number two, I would say there's a magnetic permanent roof line light out there that's by Minleone. And there's some folks out there that are putting those out as a lease type program. And the way I kind of look at it, it's almost like financing over 4 years. I did the same thing again, right? I don't know what the third one is yet. I'm going just top of the dome. So
That's all right. I still love you, buddy.
forget about it. Uh, I'll think of the third one here. Oh, so all right. Let me just give you your little short clip. So the three main takeaways I got from Transworld. One, quote every single client you do year round on Christmas, whether they ask for it or not. Two, Minleon makes a permanent roofline magnetic light that you can lease, almost the same price as Christmas lights. Three, don't do takedown schematics. They're a waste of time. All
Get
right.
up.
All right, and then we'll debate each one of those. So let me go back to number 2. So obviously these minimally owned magnetic permanent roofline lights are way more expensive than like magnetic C9 socket line.
Right.
But if you put it in a lease concept for the customer, it's an absolute no-brainer for them. The lights should last more than 5 years, so you kind of make your money on the long term. First year, yeah, you'll probably lose a little, but it's a hell yes to any client who can get for almost the same price Christmas lights, maybe in some cases the same. You can get permanent year-round RGB lights. And now this isn't a permanent install, so maybe permanent's not even the right word, because it's
just a term we use in the industry.
It's like on a magnet, so it's not in a track, it's not screwed, it's not fastened, so it's still a quick install, and easy. It'd be almost like if you left Christmas lights up year round, just a cleaner look in RGB-W. So I love that idea. We're going to start implementing it. I immediately called the Chick-fil-A that we quoted a year ago on permanent roofline lights. They own 2 locations. Hey, it was just too much for them for permanent lights. I never closed it. But I called them back like, hey, you guys ever get those? I got the deal for you. And we emailed them information. Maybe it'll turn into something, maybe not. And then I'll even say, since I mentioned David Felt with Tough Clips, they came out with a really cool new clip too. It's like a it's a C9 clip, but it has a magnet on the end. And I hate magnet clips, right? Like the little ones that you put on the end of a socket line. Those are so trash. But this one actually holds the bow end like the traditional Tough clip, but it has a magnet on the bottom. So really good for scenarios where you have gutter, and then you have a magnet scenario instead of all magnet line. So I like that. I thought that was a cool option, cool, innovative. But Donovan, right, with Christmas Light Contractors, we're sitting and talking, and he just dropped the mind bomb. Hey, yeah, we don't do schematics. That's a waste of time. What are you talking about? You don't do takedown schematics. Like, that is the dumbest thing I've heard. But then when you listen to the reasoning, it actually sounds like something maybe we'll implement come Christmas time. I think you are the opposite. I don't think that's a good idea at all. So I would play devil's advocate and argue that against you.
Yeah, I mean, and you and I obviously had time to talk at the show about this. I can see both sides. However, I can't imagine not doing a schematic for Christmas. I know you guys were talking about how long it takes, which is fucking nuts to me. How is a schematic when you're using company camp take long at all? Take 5 minutes, not even. So the fact that you can't do it
on and you're being careful, taking everything down and taking pictures and drawing lines, it takes more than 5 minutes for an average install. Maybe a super small install, but I mean, you're right. It's not super time consuming. But what Donovan said that I can relate to is my guys, they start hate like this one particular guy, and this is like all of them have a guy. Like, yeah. I hate the way Billy's schematics are. Like, I don't want to do anything. Like, it took me forever. I had to just recut it and plug it and Frankenstein it. I never want to do Billy's takedowns again. And I always get that, and they always complain. And it's like, how in the world? Like, I tell you guys how to do this schematic, right? And put colored zip ties and go the color of the rainbow, and it put black on the end and start it with red where power is. Like, we try to make it so simple, but still, like, sometimes people, are like, something's missing, or I don't know. Sometimes even the wrong customer's name gets on a tote, or minis are just missing in the tote. Well, what if there were no totes and you took the lights down and just put everything in a nice bundle and zip and threw it all in a big trash can? Next year, you have one clip, one line for the most part, right? You're going to have magnetic line. You're going to have multicolored lights, but I'd say 80% of us probably do a shingle or a gutter clip or an all-in-one clip in warm white. So if you just had a trash can of those, and you can get to a job site, you got your trash can, someone immediately gets on the roof, and you start throwing bundles up to them, and they're just already going within 5 minutes, lights are on the roof. versus, well, let me look at the schematic. Okay, let me find which one starts. Let me find the next line. Like, does the schematic save you that much time? Does it, when you think about the warehouse manager having to find that one customer tote in 300 totes? I mean, even if you have a good takedown list or a good put away chart, which we do, and we label everything, it still takes him time to go get the scaffold, the ladder, and go pull it out. Maybe it's behind these totes. And then you got to get it ready. And then you got to think, well, what if they finish this on time? Like, who am I going to move forward? Who am I going to load them up with? Did they get to that job? Did they not get to that job? Or reloading or loading totes, rather than just a trash can full of lights. Get as many customers done as you can in this zip code, and just call the customer when you're on the way. Everyone has a done by date, so they're not really expecting us, and they're not expecting us. I think that could save schematic time, put away the totes time for the warehouse, loading customers up the next year. It could be a real efficient process.
Could be. I mean, we save? I mean, how many jumpers do you have? I mean, we do jumpers on roof lines, right? Like custom, we have tons of dormers where they're 4 feet. On that method, we're gonna just recut every single year. Just chuck socket cord and rebulb and reclip every single year. I don't know.
Method, yeah. Maybe you spend an extra few minutes recutting it every year. Maybe.
Yeah.
So something to think about. I mean, Donovan swears by it, and he's pretty passionate about it. And well, talking to Donovan, I think he's a super sharp dude, and there's something for that. He also said, like, any monkey can do that. Warehouse manager and installers, like there's less thought process to it, less training folks how to do schematics, how to read schematics. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I know Dylan Thornsberry talks about that same thing. That's where I heard loud and proud about the throw it in a trash can, nothing matters. I see the thought behind it. Maybe I'm just one of those old dogs we talk about that you can't teach a new trick, right? Been doing it for 18 years, and what do you mean no schematic?
I look at it, I've got 100, maybe even 200 totes on a shelf of customers that just didn't renew. We're just kind of hanging on. Maybe they didn't renew last year, but they'll renew this year, and they just kind of pile up. After a few years, if you got hundreds of totes, like they take up shelf space, they take up room. Like if everyone was just in a trash can, whether they renew or not, doesn't matter to me, because I'm not like specifically buying a tote, just kind of hoping that they renew.
Yeah, but you still need to do a schematic in one respect. You still need to know this bush got 7 strands, this bush got 8 strands. What part of the roof line actually got lit? Was it just the front? Was it also the garage? Was it the whole house? Right. So it doesn't totally end schematics, but I do see the roof line. I could see how we could make an argument that might be like super fast, because yes, I know I give my guys like, hey, you have 5 minutes to figure it out. If you don't, in 5 minutes, if you can't figure it out, you're running new line. Just, it's not worth the time. So,
right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Something to think about. I don't know. You guys, yeah. Comment in the comments. Would you do that, or is that just a dumb idea? I think if it's just you doing the schematics, or you have that same one main guy that does all the takedowns and does all the installs, then it makes sense, right? Because they have a memory and they did it and they understand their own thing. But when you've got several trucks going out, you got 3, 4, 5, 6 crews, and you've got a rotating people, because every year you're hiring seasonal hires. Well, maybe this system, is better for that. Plan for not where you are, but where you want to be.
Could be. I mean, I know for me, I've had a love-hate. We've tried, using markers and paint and tags and zip ties and all that. And we should tag red where power starts and go from there. From all of that, what I've found to be the easiest, which I find is super hard. Like, I don't understand how you can mess it up. When you look at a house, it's the color of the rainbow. And no matter what we're doing, the left of the front house is always the red line. And then from there, like there should be no thought, no matter whether you can, speak English, not speak English. Everyone knows what a rainbow looks like. So I see both. I think arguments.
Roy G. Biv. We just say Roy Gay Baby because that's easy to remember. Which is red, orange, yellow, Roy, and then Gay Baby, green, blue. Because there's typically not indigo and violet, right, in the colors of the zip tie. So,
we do have purple and pink and white and black.
Oh, well, if you do, go for it.
Roy.
All right. Well, that's all I got. Those were my main tips. I can probably think of at least a dozen more if I really tried, but those were 3 that are just on the top of my mind that are really good. Also, tons of like new permanent light products, and there's probably 5 different companies there. Some are 12 volts, some are 24, some are 48. It's like, man, there's a lot of options out there that I really wasn't aware of the pros and cons of each product.
Yeah, for sure. And it is great to see there. And you're seeing, most of them are just the same. They're just all knockoff right from China. But there are some that are like, okay, we see you. But yeah, I mean, I think there was more than 5. Everyone in their booth had a Chinese knockoff of gemstone, basically. So, but there was some originality there too, which is exciting to see where this industry is going for the permanent line. I mean, we were even talking to that company who is super involved in lighting in general, not just outdoor lighting. And they have a pretty inexpensive product that's meant to be kind of permanent, kind of not. And I think as we go further into this, between the sign companies that have been doing permanent lighting and lighting, like line voltage lighting companies have been doing permanent lighting, I mean, there's going to be a mix and a clash here soon. And it's going to be pretty exciting to see what happens.
Yeah, well, good. More competition that comes in the market, probably the lower the prices get for the end user, us installers, the better value we can give our clients.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, man. Well, end of the day, was it worth going to Transworld for you?
Hanging out with everyone in the industry, yeah, absolutely. I would go all day just for that.
Yeah, I agree. The little tips and tricks I learned from other guys doing it, which would have never happened in a classroom.
There's nowhere else that I can get to like hang out with, guys that I respect in the industry, the Jimmy Tompkins, JC Chanowskis, the Sarah that was right next door to us, the David Phelps, the CLC guys. Like those are all Josh Trees. We were right next to Josh Trees and Lisa Trees. Like, those are just good people. And just being around them, right? You just learn and just conversations just pop up. You never know where they're going to go.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Have a great week, everybody. Go out and make some money. We'll talk next week.